Hello and welcome to Let's Talk with Mike. Today on the show we shall be looking at the political fallout between former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai, the All Progressives Congress APC, and President Bola Tinubu. Join us for this interesting conversation. But before we begin, who is El-Rufai? El-Rufai is a prominent name in Nigerian politics, liked and hated by many because of his views on politics and governance. But El-Rufai gained national relevance when he became the Minister of FCT in 2003, a position he held until 2007. El-Rufai did creditably well as FCT Minister, implementing the master plan and ensuring the provision of critical infrastructure. Following his tenure as FCT Minister, El-Rufai in 2013 joined other prominent political figures to form the All Progressives Congress. And in 2015, he became the Governor of Kaduna State, a position he held until 2023. Now, during the run-up to the 2023 presidential elections, El-Rufai was instrumental in ensuring that power moves from the north to the south. Don't forget, the All Progressives Congress under Abdullahi Adamu had opted for former Senate President Ahmed Lawan to succeed President Muhammadu Buhari, a move that would have truncated the North-South presidency. But El-Rufai, along with his colleagues, insisted that power must move from the north to the south based on the gentleman arrangement. Now, this move saw the eventual emergence of President Bola Tinubu as Nigeria's president. Now, how did the fallout begin between El-Rufai, the APC, and President Bola Tinubu? Well, trouble began when the Senate rejected El-Rufai's ministerial nomination following a security report. El-Rufai felt slighted, intimidated, and betrayed by the decision of the Senate not to clear him. This is because El-Rufai never wanted to be minister, but was persuaded by President Bola Tinubu to serve in his government. During the electioneering campaign, El-Rufai had told an audience that after the expiration of his term as governor, he intends to go overseas to pursue and further his academics. But Tinubu, who was also at the event, insisted that he won't leave the stage until El-Rufai commits to serving in his administration. Now watch this clip.
Dear brother Nasir, make a promise. We won't let you run away from the country. That's the only way I will leave this podium. Where is the promise? You make the promise.
I promise.
Okay.
Now, according to political commentators, prominent northern figures in the presidency ensured that El-Rufai was denied the ministerial position because, according to them, they don't want El-Rufai to be influential ahead of the political dynamics in 2031 when power is expected to move back to the north. El-Rufai's problem with the party was also compounded when the Kaduna State House of Assembly began a probe of his administration over financial mismanagement and the state's financial liabilities. This move by the House of Assembly was seen as a major fallout between El-Rufai and his political godson, Governor Obasani. Since then, El-Rufai has been retweeting, quoting, and posting tweets critical of the government on social media. In January this year, El-Rufai publicly criticized the All Progressives Congress, insisting that the party has shifted from the ideology upon which it was created. He also stated clearly that the party currently lacks internal democracy. And in recent times, El-Rufai has been hobnobbing with opposition figures, fueling speculations that he may team up with the opposition party to oust President Tinubu in 2027. Now, the fundamental question is, does El-Rufai have the political capital to unseat Tinubu in 2027? These are the reasons why I feel it doesn't. Number one, political base. El-Rufai's support base, especially in the core north, is beginning to diminish. Now, to compound his problem in the north, the political structure of Kaduna State is effectively in the hands of Governor Obasani. Recent defections of over 500,000 persons to the APC, including prominent figures like Nkuyi and Shehu Sani, indicate that El-Rufai may not have a foothold in Kaduna State. Recent local government elections won by Obasani's loyalists means that in 2027, El-Rufai won't have a base in Kaduna, talk less of influencing the vote in the region. Secondly, fractured opposition. If El-Rufai is to succeed in defeating Tinubu in 2027, it means he must align with one of the opposition parties in Nigeria or form a coalition with other opposition party members. As we speak, opposition parties in Nigeria are in disarray. The PDP is currently experiencing internal crisis, while the Labour Party does not have the needed national spread. So if El-Rufai goes to the opposition, it will be very difficult for him to mobilize through the opposition and defeat Tinubu in 2027. Thirdly, Tinubu's political structure. Tinubu is a master strategist in this game, and his political structure will ensure that he emerges winner in 2027, whether El-Rufai is in the APC or not. The president is going to leverage his influence over state governors, members of the National Assembly, political and religious leaders to ensure that he wins the 2027 election. Now imagine if Tinubu had won the 2023 election without being in government, then how is it possible for him to lose the election now that he is the incumbent? So whether El-Rufai is in Tinubu's camp or not, the odds are in Tinubu's favor to emerge as president in 2027. Another critical factor that may help Tinubu in emerging is the rotational presidency. As we speak, based on Nigeria's political calculation, power is expected to remain in the south until 2031, which means that for El-Rufai to succeed in ousting Tinubu in 2027, he must have to support a southern candidate, either Peter Obi or someone else. But if El-Rufai insists that a northern candidate should replace Tinubu in 2027, it means he's contradicting his earlier stance that power should go to the south until at least 2031. So this is a dilemma for El-Rufai, who has to choose between supporting a southerner to oust Tinubu or supporting a northerner which contradicts his earlier views. As the election progresses, the sentiment among prominent northern politicians will be to allow Tinubu complete his second tenure so that effectively the North can have fresh 8-year term from 2031. Then Tinubu's economic policies. It is expected that the reforms embarked upon by the current administration will begin to yield fruit by 2027. Now, if these reforms lead to tangible outcomes, such as reduction in inflation, increase in disposable income, reduction in insecurity, increase in food production, provision of critical infrastructure and employment, Nigerians may decide to stick with Tinubu in 2027, irrespective of the political choice of El-Rufai. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think El-Rufai has the political capital to unseat Tinubu in 2027? Please drop your opinion in the comment section below. And that's the size of today's program. If you found this episode interesting, please like, share, and subscribe for more amazing updates. Until then, thanks for watching.